what up, Ben? What's going on? Oh, yeah.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. You guys excited? You got a good weekend planned?
I hope not, dude. You know, we've been doing, first of all, it's super hot. I'm sure it's super hot there too. But I want to just relax this weekend, man. You know, I want to sit by the pool. I want to drink some. Can I tell you about my drink and then I'll ask you about your weekend, my new drink? I'm
Yeah,
gonna give
we
this
can
to
talk about our
everybody.
favorite drinks right now. Go.
So here's my favorite drink right now at HEB, if you're in Texas. And if you're not, you can probably get either, I'll give you some alternatives here, but HEB house brand. It's just the HEB brand soda. They make one called Citrus Breeze. And I think it's like Squirt. It may be like Fresca. I think Fresca's less sweet. It's 0 calorie. Mix that with some good silver tequila and a squeeze of lime. Good Lord. It's like the poor man's Paloma, and it is absolutely fantastic. And I've been enjoying them a lot this week. So HEB Citrus Breeze. Good. I like this tequila called Ocho. It's pretty good. Their silver's really good.
Okay.
And a squeeze of lime. And God, man, you are set. 0 calorie. I mean, the tequila's got calorie, but boy, it's good.
Have you always been a tequila guy?
No, I'm a bourbon guy. I don't know if you know that, but I have a massive bourbon collection. Massive. Going back 15 years, I've been collecting bourbon. Massive. I mean, I'll send you a picture. It's a crazy collection. I have some really rare stuff, but in the summer, yeah, there's only so much you can do, you know? It's like, It's not as good by the pool, I feel like bourbon. Like I'll do like a bourbon and ginger. I'll do, you know, maybe make some mixed drinks, but boy, the tequila citrus stuff, whew, it's great at summertime.
Okay. Yeah, I like bourbon. I have probably been more of a beer guy over the years than you. I'm really into hopped water right now.
Oh, I love it.
I don't know if everybody realizes this. It's a non-alcoholic water that tastes just hoppy like beer, but there's 0 alcohol. It's the most amazing drink. They sell it at our local brewery, Talliard's, and it's so delicious. Because
refreshing.
One thing that I hate is getting a little, like, I feel like I'm always watching kids. I got 3 kids.
Right.
They always have teenagers over. Like there's like 6 or 10 teenagers over their house. And the last thing I want to do is like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I've had 2 beers and your kid got hurt.
Yeah. Oh, you are a good dad, man. Good for you.
So I try and stick to the hop water when there's people over.
No, I like that stuff too. I had gone on a little kick of that for a while. I quit drinking for a couple of months, and we had somebody else here in the office that did too. That was always like kind of real down on that stuff. They're kind of a snob when it comes to food and alcohol. I think you know who I'm talking about. And they got into them and were like, "Oh man, these are good." And I was like, "I told you, dude."
Yeah, it's either hop water or he would be pissed off. But I love, and it has such little alcohol in it, Miller Lite.
I love Miller. I like High Life, but it does have too many calories. But it's the champagne of beers. You can't go wrong. Anyway, look, let's start with a lesson today. Let's talk about some lessons that you learned over the week, because the big news is that you were looking to buy a new car.
We bought a car.
Okay.
Apologies to my uncle if he's listening, because I didn't buy from him.
Also, apologies to Bob. He's probably heartbroken. But
I don't know. Bob, your buddy, did text me a few times, but his heart wasn't into it. He thought it was too far.
Great.
Yeah. We were going to buy a Bronco Sport, and I was very excited. It was going to be my new car. And we got down to the wire, and at the last minute, my wife actually sat in one, and she's like, "I don't like this car." And for everyone that's married, if your wife doesn't like your car, that's a no-go.
You ain't getting the car.
No. I was excited. So then also my kids told me the Bronco Sport wasn't giving dad vibes. I don't know what vibes it was,
dude,
but
you got shamed out of your
I got
car.
shamed. Yeah.
Oh,
so then just randomly, the dealership we were right, like in the Bronco at, had this beautiful Edge 2024 Edge Titanium.
Oh, that's the high end, the titanium.
It's the high end.
Yeah.
Same price as the Bronco Sport.
Whoa.
We went
really?
Yeah. So a year old, with 19,000 miles, but it was the Titanium.
Warranty,
so we drove it around. And my wife was like, "This is a pretty nice car." And her sister has one.
Oh, you're done.
My mother-in-law has one. My sister-in-law has one.
Yeah, you're toast.
She was like, "This is the car I want." Next day we we went and bought it. But we did the classic thing you're not supposed to do, which is let the salesperson know you want it. And so it was not my most successful used car negotiation.
Sure.
That happened 5 years ago. We bought a minivan. I found it at a dealership, a great dealership. It had a little bit of body damage on it
Yeah.
because it had a little bit of hail damage.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, this car's great. This minivan's great. I've got $32,000. I will pay you for it. And I think it was 34. And I walked out of there and they tax title license, everything was right at 32.
Yeah.
Because you come in, you're very clear what you want and how much you're going to pay for it.
That's right. I love buying cars. It's like one of my favorite things to do in the world. I don't know why, but I love buying cars.
Because you're a sick man.
We have a
No,
lot.
because you love negotiating, probably.
I love negotiating, but I also love, like, I don't know, man. There's something about new cars and that, like, I don't know. I love it, and I've always had a new vehicle. I've traded them out every two. This is not me bragging. It's just that, like, it's been a cost that I've always had, and I've known is always going to be there. And so it's just, I build it into my lifestyle, and I know that I'm going to have a new car. But I have always been very adamant about that, like doing my research, knowing exactly what I want, knowing what I want to pay, going and get my financing squared away first, and then going in and being like, nah, I see this on the lot. You've had it on the lot for 2 months. This is what I want to pay for it. Here's the rebates you're offering right now. This is what I want to do. Can we make the deal? And just not budging from that, knowing that you can find something else. And you can, typically that's worked out really well for me.
Yeah.
And I've made good relationships with people at a specific dealership. And now it's like, it's just a non-thing. It's like, yeah, when they see you coming, they're like, oh, okay, well, so what are we doing? You know, it's like, well, we're either doing this or we're not doing anything. But this is a really good lesson because I want to tie this into some stuff that's actually happening right now. For us with a client for an event coming up, we're working through, a third party basically that's managing the event, and they're bringing us in to run AV for it because there's AV, there's some streaming, there's like it's a fairly complicated setup. A larger room with another smaller room. They've got a bunch of weird breaks, and so they need everything. They need the full meal deal. And we've talked about how important that is, that when you're bringing in an outside vendor, because this is at a hotel, and it's at a hotel that we've worked at a lot, and we know everybody there. We've talked about how important it is to bring in your vendors, your outside vendors first, right? Yeah. And have them meet with the people there and say, hey, look, these are our outside vendors. This is what we're going to do. And everybody's above board, and you meet everybody, and then you can shake hands and you can reminisce on the last gig that you were there, and you can bring them a bottle of bourbon or tequila, and you can make nice. And it works out great. Well, that didn't happen with this one because even though I told them we've worked there before, I'm sure, there may be some other things involved too, because it's a government client. Maybe there's some protocol or they can't do anything, but they're getting needled by this venue now. And so I was getting emails going, hey, can you requote this way? Or can you requote this way? Because we're seeing this from the venue, or the venue is going to put this tax on us or that tax on us. Now down to the point where we're a couple weeks out from this thing, and they're like, hey, they're going to charge us now for power. I need to know exactly how much power you're going to use and where you're going to use it. And I'm like, I've been to that venue 20 times. We pull wall power. We don't need anything special. We're not pulling anything crazy. We got a couple of cameras, some speakers, but it's because of that. The venue, I'm sure, feels threatened. They're like, we're not getting any of this business. They probably haven't told them they're bringing us in, so they don't know it's us. They just know it's another vendor. And so now we're down to the end, and these people are probably going to end up paying 10, 20% more than they should, just because we didn't get to come in from the beginning and help liaise that,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, clarity, being clear with everybody about your intentions and your needs from the beginning is so important.
That's a bummer, man. And I like this event. I actually really like the event management company too. I'm glad to be doing work for them. And I understand that there's probably some things that are out of their control. There's probably a reason that they can't do this, but it's just so unfortunate because at the end of the day, it ends up costing the client more money. It's things you could avoid from the beginning. So I don't know. I think those are weird too, because when they have to go into like a multi-bid scenario, it probably changes how they communicate, with the venue and with the client and everybody else. And because I'm never in that situation, I don't know what that looks like. I have no idea what that means when you're working with all these different people. Maybe you can't tell them.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't know. Maybe they still don't know. Maybe it's still not us. Maybe that's why they're still sending us these questions. Who knows?
Well, I think that is a good segue into another lesson I learned this week.
Okay.
No, it's the same lesson. We did a spec project
Yeah.
for a podcast. It's a travel podcast.
Yeah.
And I just finished editing this week. I think I
Yeah.
sent it
Yeah.
to you. Yeah.
Yeah. You sent it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm very happy with the way it turned out. But
Mhm.
it took a while. It took me a while to edit it because I was having to figure out the format and sort of the story after the fact, because the client, this is their first podcast, and they didn't know how to structure it. They didn't know what they wanted. They didn't have any
Sure.
details. And so I showed up there, and I was the on the field producer. I was asking questions. I was asking them too many questions. I was shooting too much video. And yeah, so it took me a while to edit. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. But if we had kind of nailed down the format and the story beforehand, we could have shot, and been done.
It's, and it's funny because I feel like we push that really hard with people. And I think we're super upfront with people about that when they come in for any of these projects, because when we're scoping something out and we're just even in the preliminary phases, I would tell them straight up, like, your budget 100% is going to be dictated by how much work you do on the front end. And if you can tell me, what the narrative is and how we're shooting this, and if we're shooting to script or if we're getting these shots and then putting it together, it's going to cost you a whole lot less than us doing the entire creative in post. Doing all that creative in post is time consuming and expensive.
And if you do the creative in pre-pro, then guess what? You can be more creative while you're shooting.
That's right.
And you can have better looking shots.
Yeah.
And you can have a better looking end product.
Sometimes it's hard though, man. And I feel like that one, don't be too hard on yourself. That was probably, I don't know that you had a lot of ways around that. It was kind of like, hey, come do this. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it was the first one. There was no format. Like I created the format.
Yeah. So
if I do anymore, if it happens again, then it'll work out a lot better.
It's also not like it wasn't a client that you pitched that you were like, hey, let's do it like this. They were like, hey, we're doing this thing. Can you be there? And you're like, yeah, let's just shoot it. So sometimes it's just not as easy, but.
And I kind of shot it from the way I would shoot stuff in reality, where you have like a whole team of editors that are working through it. And you're, there's no one person that's going to spend all that time doing it.
Well,
but you know what came clutch? AI transcription, AI for the win in Premiere. Because while I was editing, I was like, just
go find
the script.
Yeah, find the clips, man.
Typing in stuff. And it really did save me a lot of time.
Got to call Brad and tell him they need to get those reality shows moved over. Well, that's a good takeaway for today then. I mean, it's something that, again, I feel like we sound like a broken record, but just communication and everything is key. Don't take anything for granted. Don't feel scared to ask questions. Don't be afraid. If you think it's a dumb question, who cares, man? Just ask the questions. Figure it out up front. I hate the let's just fix it in post mentality, because boy, that can get expensive unless you got a massive budget. And also, we should say this, I love doing creative. So if you can't do it and you've got the budget, awesome, let us do it,
Yeah.
But if you have a budget, which is what most people, are working with, and it's typically they're trying to be as efficient as possible, let's hash all that out on the front end. So let's kind of weave this into talking about strategic video, because I think.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think that event and on-site stuff, I think we can talk about both of these things. And so let's say that you get through all this stuff. You've done a conference, you've done a podcast shoot. How do you use this content to your advantage now that you've gone through all the work, whether you communicated effectively up front or not, and you have it now? How do you utilize that and leverage it as a strategy for your brand, for your association, for your business, and not just have it be a one-off thing? Like, what do you do? So I think we've talked about this several times again, but the idea of getting multiple platforms or multiple streams of post-production out of one deliverable is super important. So if you shot a conference, cutting it up into individual sessions, being able to have those individual sessions that you can send off, finding good speaker clips that you can put on social, creating a hype or sizzle reel out of that you include on the front page of your website as a recap or a lead up to the next event, including it in your emails. You don't just film it and then put it on YouTube and send a link out to YouTube and go, we did it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Use those socials, use those emails.
you lose the
Have it.
value.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the integration is such a big thing. And I think that's where a lot of people struggle because they don't know what to do with the content once they have it or how to cut it up. But think about each one of those things as like an individual way for you to reach somebody and think about how they consume that, right? So if it's an email, it's got to be pretty quick and it's got to be pretty business focused because that's the mode that I'm in when I'm going through. I don't want to see junk mail. So get my attention, get me in and out pretty quick.
Yeah. If you're a company, you better not send junk mail to your clients.
No. Social media, you can have a little bit more fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, LinkedIn, maybe you want to stay a little more business forward, but like everywhere else, you can have a little bit more fun with that stuff. Maybe throw a couple of testimonials in about how great the event was, whatever else. And then the thing that I feel like we struggle with the most in helping clients do is getting them to just commit to a calendar.
Yeah.
Commit to consistency and not just do it one time. Commit to, I don't care if it's 90 days, but commit that post event or post shoot that you're going to commit to 90 days of leveraging that content for your marketing efforts. Then you can start to measure, because without that, everybody's like, well, what's my return going to be? Well, like, how do we know it's doing? Well, you don't know. You're not going to know shit unless you do it for a while.
Yeah, that's true. You got
to put the time in. So
mm-hmm.
just a basic calendar to get in Google calendars, drop something in twice a week. I'm going to drop this on this day, this on this day, this on this day, this on this day. Stay consistent with it for 90 days. And then you can start to see, I don't know, what did your website do? What was your open rate on your emails? What kind of social media hits? You just said this today. This is crazy to me because we're in this every day. And so we don't, sometimes we don't take our own advice, but you're talking to people that were like, oh man, my YouTube shorts are blowing up. I'm getting, 80, 100 views on these things that I was only getting 2 or 3 on. We're getting thousands on some of these clips. And
yeah, it's pretty.
It's just being consistent, I feel like.
Yeah, we're doing 4 clips a week. This is our 12th week, and our numbers have gone up pretty steadily.
Just stay consistent, work the system, see what titles are working for you, see what content's working for you.
Yeah.
And just keep it moving. And then once you get into that algorithm, hopefully you can kind of stick around. So I don't know. And then again, all this goes back to the things that we preach every day about, the authenticity and the trust. And I feel like we should just change our name to Authenticity and Trust instead of Audion, because I feel like we say it so much.
Someone was telling me today at that meeting that I was at, they're like, we can't use authentic anymore. It's overplayed. I'm like, it's never overplayed. I know I say it every single meeting, but it's never overplayed because you got to figure out how to be true to yourself and true to your company.
I mean, there's so much. It's funny. I was looking today. There's a state representative out of Bastrop County who's posting a bunch of stuff to social media right now. And he's doing a bunch of work out there, and it's shameless self-promotion, but he is it's very evident that he's generating his posts with AI.
No.
And you can go back like 6 months and see when he wasn't.
Yeah.
And then you can see it now and you're like, damn, I almost want to like email him and be like, hey man, like, but he's not on my team. So I'm like, I don't care. Keep doing what you're doing. Like keep putting it out there, bud. But you can see that. Oh dude, you know what we should do? What time is it? I want to see if I can. The guys are working on the wrapping up the podcast studio. They're doing all the SDI cabling today.
Nice.
I'm going to join from my phone. Oh, I'll do it. Can I do an office tour? Can I show the studio?
Yeah.
Well, let me see if I can get it on my phone. I'm going to stay on here, but I'm going to see if I can join from there too.
Okay.
Let me clean my camera some more. Do I have to have the app? Oh, I do have the app.
Yes. I love it. Oh.
How's that? Can you see in the front camera now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. You're staying in portrait. I got to tell these dudes not to sing. This is our lounge. It's a mess right now.
Oh.
Ping pong table that's full of stuff.
Because
this is what the guys are doing.
Yeah.
I'll turn you up. All right, Brown, don't say anything bad. We're on live right now. There's Brown running SDI cable.
What up, Brown?
Oh, look at Brandon up there. DMX now. But the Manfrotto system's up. Lights are hung. They're running DMX. Did you already run all the SDI? Someone forgot to order a crimper. Micro 12 GSDI. You hear that, Trae?
I,
It's just
I
Trae.
hear it and I don't know what it means, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's only Trae. Just a video.
Look how dirty Brown's office is.
Wow, Brown. Dirty Brown. That's a hot brown.
Here's the little workstation they got going for the podcast studio right now.
Okay.
You watching? Are you watching?
Yeah.
There's a window. Let's see.
That's where
Here's our
you
stop.
spy on the street.
No, this is where I spy on the street right here.
All right. If you guys are in Austin, walk past the window. We'll see you.
You'll see lounge, conference room.
Corey there?
Yeah, we'll go see him. This is our green room for when clients come in.
It's so nice.
Oh, look, I rode my little motorcycle today. You see it out there?
You have a motorcycle?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. I didn't know
It's our
that.
green room. We still need some artwork in here. I don't know.
Where's your
that
record player?
wall. Yeah, we have a big piece Corey's designed for this wall. It's just not ready yet. It's that hallway studio, which right now all the railings, the Manfrotto system's down in here because we stole some pieces. But it's pretty good. Bathroom. If anybody wants to come by, we have a Japanese toilet.
The Toto.
Tub. Pretty sweet. Our Walter Russell pictures. More mess on this back counter
Ooh,
from
what's
Brandon.
in the fridge today? What kind of drinks you got?
Let's go look. There's the old box truck. Our new sheds. New storage. We got our concrete up. Have you seen that?
That looks awesome.
It is awesome, dude. We're doing a big steel catwalk too. It's just not done yet. This is Trae's favorite thing in the world right here.
Coffee.
All right, let's see
Oh,
what
and
we
you got
got.
all the syrups?
Oh yeah, dude. It's legit.
You didn't have that. I'm
This is
coming to
Brandon's
yours.
leftover Chinese food.
Okay. What do we got? We got some Pellegrino, some LaCroix. All right.
Looks like not bad.
No.
Some snacks, dude.
Man, why are people not over there? I'm surprised there's just not every client isn't over there hanging out with you right now.
This is the most important drawer though, right here. The Gushers drawer. The Gushers, dude.
You gotta have the
Let's see.
gusher.
You see he's back here. That's Brandon's desk. I don't know why he's got his safety yellows.
I love it. He's like ready.
You doing a FaceTime tour?
Yeah, dude. We're on live right now.
What's
It's
up?
Corey. That's Corey.
Corey just like
Took my
was
old
into
office.
it and then left. Yeah. Took
Yeah.
your office.
He took my office. Storage back here. Oh, we just built this too.
Oh,
Little
man, that looks
pegboard
good.
action above the workbench to help that.
Well, there's
Steve
Steve's
did a
desk.
really, yeah, Steve's desk. He's got a nice little thing. He did a really good job labeling a bunch of this stuff back here.
It's almost as if he was a librarian in the army.
He loves it, man. He's really into it. That's that little. This Brandon was running a live stream from this workstation today. Yeah, man, it's nice.
Beautiful light.
Nice.
Fixture. Here's the conference room.
It's good stuff.
All right.
We just share a little rotating.
When? Oh, there's where. Yeah. Okay, so we have to come up on live. We gotta announce, when is our Audion ping pong tournament gonna be?
I don't know. That's where I always sit. Right, I'm gonna hop back on my other one. I'm leaving.
Well, while he's gone.
Sorry, I had to close my door. I left it open. The stereo's loud out there.
That was exciting.
Hey, man, that was cool. Walk the office. We should have a ping pong tournament. Brandon went on. I can't remember where he was. Where he took a tropical.
He was
vacation.
in Costa Rica, wasn't he?
Costa Rica.
He came back bragging about destroying 10-year-olds. I was like,
Yeah.
What a punk.
Whoa. You should rephrase that. In ping pong.
Oh, yeah. In light of today's political climate, you don't know.
He was not on the island. He was on a island. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm real fired up about finishing this podcast studio because we've just gone through like 2 iterations of it. I think this current setup is going to be awesome. And the idea is that I think what we're going to do is probably offer it mostly to existing clients. So we have people ask us all the time. This again goes into video as a strategy. Like, how do I get more stuff out there? What do I do?
Yeah.
And if you're working with us, what we already do for people that we do events for, we always provide 4 hours of pre-production for any event that you do, whatever that looks like. If you're doing some sort of streaming with us, we'll produce ads for you. We'll, do remote recordings for you and turn those into either little testimonial pieces or ads for your upcoming event. But we're going to give them podcast studio time to come in.
Oh.
And so either pre or post event or whenever they want, if they book an event, you get, 4 hours of production to use however you want.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And start trying to get people in the door that way, because what I don't want to do, is just have like everybody that wants to start a podcast in our studio.
You don't want to have random, like all the people that are walking past your
Yeah.
office.
Is
to
that
radio.
terrible? I don't want to share. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fair enough.
So I don't know. Anyway, well, that's all I got for today, bud. I just, this is a pretty standard.
That's actually a really
Week.
great, talk about, this is just me spitballing and thinking about strategic content, but that is such an easy way to create a lot of promotional content that you can distribute if you take advantage of 4 hours of time in a podcast studio. Because you could bring in, you could have several 10-minute conversations.
Look, I feel like our entire, if you want to call it sales pitch, but really it's like our entire ethos is to provide as much value as possible. Like, we're customer service forward, which everybody says, but I feel like we live and die by that. Like, that's just our whole thing.
Yeah.
But second to that is like, how much value can I pack into everything I do for you? Well, you can hire a hotel to run your AV for you, and they can bring in a video crew. It'll probably be fine. Your event will probably be okay. But if you bring us in, not only are we going to do the event to the very best the event can be done, but we're going to give you ways to utilize all that content. We're going to give you all this additional value. Plus, you've got access to our studios. You've got access to our online recording platform. You've got access to our, distribution platform, our servers, like our mini sites, our expo hall, like all that stuff.
And you have access to us.
And you have access to us.
Which we have done so much of this, we can help shepherd you through the process of what content do you really need and how should you use it?
Yeah.
Which honestly is probably as valuable as anything else.
I agree. But I really do think that we come at it from the right place. Like, we're really doing this to help support our clients and to help them. It's just how we've grown this company from the beginning, is that without our clients being successful, we're nothing. And the more successful they are, the better we do. And that's proven itself time and time again. So the more I can do for people that we work for, the better it is for all of us. And that's what we just want to keep doing. So I think that's going to be really our main goal. I had initially thought like, man, I'm going to build out these websites for the podcast studio, but I'm like, I don't know that I want to be in that business, like managing a podcast studio. I don't know that I want to do that, but I do want to help our clients, and I do want to offer it to them to come in and use, and to people that may become our clients,
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's it. All right, man.
All right.
Well, I'm going to listen, go to HEB on your way home. Get some Citrus Breeze.
I'm going to do it.
Citrus Breeze, a blue can.
And then the blue can. And then I'm also going to have to buy some tequila.
Get some tequila. I'll send you this. I like this stuff called Ocho. It's really good. Okay. And go sit by the pool, man, and enjoy, go for a ride in the new car. That'd be a good weekend.
Man, I know I live right behind or in front of, depending on your point of view, a really beautiful creek that's full of vultures and hawks and crows. And I can just sit in my pool and watch the birds.
It's amazing. What a life, dude. How blessed. Blessed. All right, buddy. We'll have a great weekend. I'll talk to you next week. I got some scheduling stuff to talk to you about, so we'll figure it all out.
Okay, great. I love it. We're going to be busy next week.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.